Hi, I'm Peter Carman. I'm your candidate for supply pastor while Kate Forer takes her sabbatical time. I'm honored to be considered and would be glad to do the work to support your congregation and also to support Kate because I've had sabbatical myself and not long ago, and I understand what a wonderful and transformative and renewing time it can be. An ordained minister since 1985 and an activist and organizer since before that. After many years in congregational ministry a little while back, I decided it was time for a change. These days, I'm currently working part-time with American Baptist churches nationally as liaison with Afghan refugees. I also have a monthly gig at the Moon and River Cafe, My Guitar and Me, and a number of other projects. For years, I've heard good things about your congregation. I have worshiped with you just once, but I could tell right away on that Sunday that you're an alive and kicking church, and we have some things in common. For one thing, I'm excited to hear that you're doing anti-racism work. I also share your affirmation of people who are lesbian, bisexual, gay, trans, non-binary, working it out. I've served 3 churches in a row now that share your beliefs, and you're welcome. Your congregation has 2 denominational families. My family has 2 denominational families. I'm married to Lynn Carman Bodden, a minister in the United Church of Christ, and I'm American Baptist myself, and I have recently worked for several years as the pastor of Emmanuel Freedom's Church in Schenectady, another church with 2 denominational families. In that case, American Baptist and United Church of Christ. I'm deeply committed to an ecumenical understanding of Christianity, and I am deeply committed to interfaith conversation and partnership. I know that you're glad to support Kate in this time of study and renewal, but there may be just a touch of worry, and I recollect the words of Jesus. What was it he said so often? Be not afraid. I feel confident that together we can make it a fun 3 months, a time of continued growth together coming out of the COVID time, and by the time I get there, moving from summer back into the church year. The work of a sabbatical supply pastor is different from what an interim minister does. I know what an interim minister does. I'm married to an intentional interim. And Lynn deals with institutional cultural change, raising profound questions, important ones. But that's not what you need from me in a short 3 months. That's the sort of thing that needs to happen when your pastor is there. And knowing Kate, I figure it's happening already. So my approach will be steady as she goes. Help keep the life of the congregation on course. Preach, work with staff and with members to create lively, faithful worship, provide pastoral care, offer programmatic and administrative guidance as needed. Now, one of the questions your committee members asked was, what the personnel committee was, are you going to have a hard time leaving when you're done? And my frank answer was no. For me, it'll be time to go back to songwriting, some homespun theologizing, continuing to support refugees in my work, and wherever else God may lead this pilgrim. So I'm looking forward with joy to the time we may share together, and I look forward to meeting each and every one of you. Peace to you and blessings.